Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your great support always. I'm so grateful for your continued support to this channel. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Na kuambia kimeumana pale parliament. ODM members of parliament are now demanding the DIG, Mr. Langat, to be fired. They have decided to distance themselves from Langat. Remember, in this broad-based government, kuna tendency imetokea kwamba William Ruto anataka protectiwe na his all rogue plans. So ODM party led by Otiende Amolo, Millie Odhiambo, Ivo Bara, they're coming out to say it is so fallacy to come out to understand that now Langat himself, through the letter that he released, that now yeye ndiye anajipea hiyo duty kujistepia down. But Otiende Amolo is explaining, saying, as per the law, we don't have anything called stepping aside or stepping down. The only thing we have is that Langat to be fired, number 2, to be reappointed, or a president can decide that he is retiring. So the statement of Otiende Amolo shows how furious them in ODM they are, that enough is enough. The reputation they had, of course, is being destroyed. So they are busy protecting their reputation, you know. So I want you to listen to Otiende Amolo. But before we do that, ensure you like the video. When you like the video, you will support the work that I'm doing in this channel, because sometimes you watch and you forget liking the video. So this is just a reminder. As you watch, please consider liking the video. Thank you so much for that like.
By the DIG Langat, where he says he has voluntarily stepped aside. Mr. Speaker, there is nothing like stepping aside in law. I invite, Mr. Speaker, that we look at the National Police Service Act, we look at Section 17, we look at Section 95A. Under Section 17, the President can remove the DIG, can retire the DIG, or can redeploy the DIG. None of those can be done by the DIG themselves. Under Section 95A, the disciplinary process can only be done by a disciplinary committee of the National Police Service Commission. You cannot discipline yourself by saying you've stepped aside. What does that mean in law? Mr. Speaker, I want to suggest that this whole issue is a charade. If you look back to the questions that were asked, before you are arrested, you are supposed to be told why you are being arrested. Under Article 49. This was not an arrest, this was an abduction. And to use the word arrest, as has been used by chairman, is wrong. And if it was an arrest, you are supposed to be taken to the nearest police station. Why would you be taken 600 kilometers? And when you are taken to the station, then the OB is not recorded. At what point then are you told of the reason for your arrest? And then you are put in situations where you are clearly have been set up to be killed. Mr. Speaker, I think we owe it to this country, given what happened to Ojwang, given what happened to those who are demonstrating at what happened to Ojwang, to the extent that the same police are now escorting goons. We are in danger of sliding to a total banana republic. And if the executive cannot bring us back on course, it behoves this House to do so. Mr. Speaker, I suggest we establish an ad hoc committee. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Now, on the same note, Millie Odhiambo is, of course, she's coming out to express her anger towards how police brutality is not being dealt with. And in fact, as much as you can see how Millie Odhiambo is trying to push that this police brutality must be stopped. Remember, wako kwa broad-based government, ambaye William Ruto ndio kiongozi, inaongozwa na Raila Amolo Odinga. So you can understand clearly kwamba our ODM MPs wako in pressure to protect their image. But already it has been destroyed. Listen to Millie Odhiambo.
mandate to oversight the security. But Mr. Speaker, even as the CS is coming, there are other issues that are arising that we would want him to deal with. Number one, only 2 days ago, Mr. Nditi died in a police post in my constituency, allegedly by suicide. Mr. Speaker, again in, I think, Nyando or somewhere, somebody else died allegedly by suicide in a police post.
You know what you should do, Honorable Millie? File additional questions on the issues you are raising, and any other member who has similar issues. File questions so that we pass them on to the minister as he prepares to appear here on Wednesday, and be at hand to interrogate him on all these issues so that he can be able to not only satisfy the House but the country on the situation surrounding Albert Ojwang, the Onditi you are talking about, the shooting in town yesterday, and any other matters within your knowledge that requires the minister to be brought to his attention and to answer fully to the House. Yes, Millie.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I stand guided, and I will be doing that. Mr. Speaker, yesterday when I was speaking here, I was informed that the person who was shot yesterday, who unfortunately I'm told has died, I don't know if he has died, the one we are saying was shot by, is not dead. Oh, I'm happy to hear it's not dead, and I hope. Yes, that's just what I wanted to say, even though I still am appalled and I'm not happy by the way the police operated. It doesn't matter where it came from. Of course, it hits me more if it comes from Suba, because I was told yesterday it's from Homa Bay and Suba in particular. But I wish to tell the Suba people that he was not from Suba. We are still not happy that he was shot, but it's not from
Members
Suba.
of the National Assembly.
Now, as I was also listening to Ivo Bara is a member of parliament of Kasipul-Kabondo, that is Homa Bay County. She's also showing the same thing, as she is illustrating that enough is enough. Listen to her.
Talking about the reforms on what we should do as a country. I'm not looking at an individual, I'm looking at the image of the country. Mr. Speaker, what we saw yesterday, immediately after this Mr. Ojwang's case, what we saw in the streets yesterday, somebody brazenly shooting at a human being, Mr. Speaker. It means that it has not sunk. Even what we've been talking about and the country's outcry has not been received well by the police force. Because if that was done, Mr. Speaker, they would not have done what we saw, or instructions given out to them on how to handle demonstrators would have been different. That police officer has painted us in a bad light, and action, I believe, has been taken and he has been arrested. But for Ojwang, let us go the full haul, Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now, when you summarize all this, then you connect with what Edwin Sifuna said in Western just about 2 days ago, that MOU in between ODM and UDA is dead. It is beyond repair. And they are having their own decision. Does it mean that ODM, they don't want to walk out in this government now, but because their members are in the cabinet, so they don't want to disappoint their members, like Akina John Badi, Akina Opia Wandai, and look at Akina Oparanya, Akina Joho. So they're like, they want to defend these individuals in a certain period of time. Then later, they will come out revenging. And by revenging, they will come out saying that tumekuwa kwa hii serikali, but ukweli we have witnessed. These individuals, they are so rogue. So, but of course, ODM, they're just wasting a lot of time there. There's no way William Ruto will fire his own goons. He will not fire. He will not fire anyone who is assisting him to calculate all this punitive kind of leadership. You will not. In fact, you will see the cases will be continuing. Then later you will hear the cases against the DIG. It will collapse. The DIG will take over. But also it will depend how the pressure is being mounted on William Ruto. Or else William Ruto, yeye hataki kusikiza wananchi vile huwa hasikizi. So the ODM party, they're feeling heat in this relationship. And they're feeling like what government is doing is literally destroying their reputation. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Bye bye till we meet in another video.